I'd like to see the newbie pick up some kind of burst though to work with the spirit, with the natural order damage amp this time.
Yeah, yeah, true. Wonder if we see another Pugner.
I think Astra are more likely to pick the Pugner though than the newbie.
Yeah.
Decrypt's nice though against the curse, so it's possible. The Pugner's still open for both teams, I guess.
I wouldn't be surprised if they banned it though, either. Team Master.
They could. They have next pick, so if they want it for themselves, then they
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they ban out the Lena, so that's more magic damage amp that they can pair up with the ET. I like that. SCC's been playing a lot of Lena. He's been playing a lot of that hero for quite a while now, though.
Yes, yeah, he's a very, very talented Lena player. Good idea to get that one out of the draft. So, Team Master, next pickup, what's he going to be? For me, I'd really like to see an Arc Warden, because I don't think that hero sees enough play. I mean, I know it's not very good, but I just like watching him play.
It can be okay. You just need to get 6 slide and then you're fine.
Yeah,
it's not long.
Not hard.
They need just some kind of flexible laner here. I would say Mirana's still in the pool as well, which I don't. If you don't pick it up, then newbie are going to play it.
Okay, they do go for the Pugner after all.
Here comes the Mirana in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mirana.
I mean, they have Bane ET. Why would you pick anything else? It's so good with both of these heroes.
Yeah, pretty good versus the Wyvern as well. A lot of magic damage to go through Cold Embrace.
It's a good BKB hero as well, which you need against the Pugner Shaker Wyvern.
Come on, guys, stop! We all know what you're gonna do.
But the thing is, when you're doing this, Mirana's kind of like a meh hero at the same time, right? Where it's like it's okay, it's pretty good at everything, but not amazing at anything. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
maybe they want to throw in a bit of a wild card. They need to win this game to stay in, so maybe try and do something different. Or they could just be trying to plan out the rest of the draft, like we talked about before they pick their hero.
Yeah, just using every bit of reserve time, but they are getting low on thinking space now.
They go for the Void.
Hey.
That's interesting, so they go back for the Void ET rather than having the Mirana. Okay. Obviously they've
you sound doubtful there.
The thing is, I think they've realised that Astra have picked up a lot of team fight for themselves, so they want to be able to match up against that team fight with some of their own. So, which is why reason why the Void's really nice. The time dilation again is really good this game up against the Pugner, up against the Earthshaker, and again just having that classic combo. And Inflame's very good at this hero. You miss some Chronos every now and then, but overall he had a pretty good Void performance.
He did, yeah. Like, I would have liked to see, I don't know, maybe some earlier rotations, but then again, yeah.
You have to play around the Chrono cooldown if you want to rotate, and
exactly.
At the low levels, it is a long cooldown.
Yeah. Well, Team Master, they're up next. Plenty of options still on the table for them. No real strategy defined as of yet.
Ooh, that's different.
Hey.
They actually picked the Terrorblade into the ET as well, which is, it used to be a classic counter on this ET, but the problem is the Spirit that goes out now doesn't reduce their armor. It actually only reduces their magic resistance, so you have to be right up in the face of the Terrorblade on the ET if you want to get rid of all his base armor.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen very often in practice. I like this pick though. It gives Astra like really good objective taking potential now. They've got the Pugner, they've got the TB. Those towers will melt very quickly.
This push is looking pretty good, and I like it when people do this because it means that they're covering all of their bases in the first 4 picks, and that means that their 10th pick hero can be something which you need, or it can be a hard counter to the newbie's last pick, and you don't have to worry about a hero which isn't necessarily ticking all your other boxes because you've already got them ticked.
Such a good Invoker game. They've got Chrono, they've got Stomp, and they've got Nightmare, like Fiend Script, to be able to set up for Sunstrike.
Cataclysm sounds so OP this game.
Yeah. The thing is, the Shaker can kind of pressure the Invoker, like a hang around mid, but it's not, for sure kill. He has to be wary of this Pugner ward on the Invoker, that's the only thing, but it's definitely a good hero here. I think they know that they're not going to be pressuring early any Exort Invoker going into the late game.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good Vessel hero as well for this game, against the Pugner and the Wyvern. There's lots of different options here for SCCC.
Exciting. SCCC Invoker. Very hype.
It's definitely a PogChamp. Yeah, that's
definitely a PogChamp and a half. 1 unit of Pogs.
In my head, I'm just wondering whether they want to lane up this Void against the TB or not. because Void isn't known as one of these heroes that can pressure lanes very well. So it wouldn't surprise me to see them put Void with the Bane in the safe lane, and then put an ET with a different +1 in the off lane. I think that would be the way to go. They need something that can create space at like the 10-minute mark though, and unless the Invoker goes Quaswex, in which case he will be the space creator.
Yeah, I really don't want him to though. I really want him to go Exhort just for the Cataclysm setup. Sounds so good. And the Sunstrike setup even. Not even Cataclysm, just the Sunstrikes.
I mean, he's still going to have points in Exhort by level 20 though, isn't he? So.
Yeah, I know, but also like the laning phase and such, just get a sleep out from any of those, Eltine or the Bane.
Oh, you go back for the Mirana. Okay, yeah.
Finally, they take the Mirana.
Look, I think
somehow it makes it through to be the 5th pick.
I think there's too good not to pick this game, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a little bit greedy again from Newbie, and then you have 3 cores that all need farm. But this Mirana can make space with the really good setups for the arrow, and especially if they have a Quaswex Invoker, he doesn't necessarily need to farm so much as an Exort Invoker would.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how Newbie play this one because they've got, it's an entire draft of synergies. They don't really have an overall kind of timing to this game, kind of, I guess, mid-game-ish, like mid to late-ish, Void falls off, Mirana falls off, but, I guess you want to take it kind of towards the later side of the game. But overall, it's a pretty well-rounded draft, and I just love all the synergies they've got going on inside it. Meanwhile, Team Asta, they've got the last pick now. 2 seconds.
I think they're going to put the Pugna mid here, and they'll pick up... Oh, no! Ooh, okay.
Oh, they go back for the Conquer again, so it didn't work out too well for them game 1.
It's a really good lane up against the Invoker. It's really difficult for Invoker to do anything there. Yeah. I imagine he's more likely to play Quaswex now, because I think he knows it's going to be more about the team fighting and whatnot rather than the actual lane, because even with the Exort damage, it's just so hard to lane up against this Kunka. Yeah. Having the regen's really nice to stop him from just, bullying you out of lane with Tidebringer.
Alrighty then, we are all set for the final game. Drafts are done. Sorry, possibly the final game.
Possibly.
Leading up to... I mean, I find it hard to vote for Asta in this situation, though. As much as I want my prediction to be correct, I think Newbie have a slightly better draft this game.
Are you just an Invoker fanboy?
Not really, no.
Are you sure?
I enjoy watching Invoker being played, but... I wouldn't call myself an Invoker fanboy. I'm a big fanboy for kind of like the gimmicky setups and like the kind of synergies and such like that. I just want to see a big a big Cataclysm on all 5 heroes to win the game.
I like Asta's lineup.
That's all I want.
They have really good tower push. They have good team fight with the Shaker, the Wyvern, the Kunka. I think a lot of this is going to come down to the good initiations. 1 from the Shaker, 2 from the Void. So Vision's going to be really important this game to allow them to get these good initiations off. You get some good ults going.
You're putting a lot of pressure on Baboka here to really kind of carry them through the early mid because Kunka, he's got kind of like a power spike when he gets to level 6 and then he kind of goes irrelevant for a while. He comes back hard, but that's a lot of filling the Pugna's going to have to do, and that's going to be whilst Nubia being very active around this map, especially with this Mirana and the Elder Titan and the Bane, just trying to make things happen and make some space for Invoker.
But who did you say was playing Pugna, sorry?
Baboka.
So it's a core Wyvern. And it's a support Pugna. So
that's better.
Wyvern core is really interesting. So it's going to be...
No, that's worse. I don't know.
the thing I don't like about this is that they're putting the Shaker as the position 5. Because they need to make this Pugna the 4. So unless Bobka somehow just transitions to position 5 for this game, this Shaker isn't going to have Blink for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
If he's going to be buying the wards and whatnot as well.
Alrighty then, a quick pause to start things off, but this is game number... Well, technically game number 3, but win number 4 up for grabs? I don't know. Point number 4 up for grabs? I don't know. Match point.
It is match point, you're right.
Match point. We'll just work with that. Asta versus Newbie. Who's going to take it?
Do you reckon Bobaka's... Sorry, I would carry on there, but I've got a really important point here.
Oh, that's fine. I was done. I was done.
So Bobaka... Do you reckon he's disconnected here because they've accidentally picked the wrong heroes? He was meant to be playing the Shaker, so that he's going to be like, oh, can't rejoin the game.
Oh, lobby bugged.
Let's not do a remake, and then they all just end up picking the right heroes.
Yeah, and then quick swap over. Nah, the Asterisks are honourable boys. They wouldn't do that to us. I'm pretty sure I've seen XXS playing Wyvern offlane as well before.
Yeah, he definitely plays it. I've seen it before as well, but. Can they make enough space for this Terrorblade? That's the question for me. As long as this Kunk has a good lane, I think they should be okay on Asta. And he does have a good matchup. I wish I could read. I wish I could read what they were saying.
Yeah, me too. I'm literally just staring like, wait a minute, I can't read Chinese. SCCC on the Invoker versus the.
Right, hang on. Tell me what he's saying right now. Come on.
Apologies, my fellows. We seem to be having some connection issues, but I'll be back.
It says TI in the middle, so maybe he's flaming them for Newbie not doing so well at TI.
Just laying down the flame mid game.
Didn't they
just
lose?
Breaking their spirits whilst they're at the match point.
Who did Newbie lose to? Wasn't it Windstrike? I think they lost to TI in the first round of the lower bracket.
Yes, yeah, it was.
That's,
I remember because I put my shards on that game.
Oh dear. What, all of them?
Yeah.
What, for Windstrike?
For Windstrike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, easy.
You can't say that. We're casting Chinese teams. You have to be supportive of them.
I am, but I'm supportive of reformed Newbie.
Oh, right, okay. Bloody because just dominating the all chat, dude. Now they're talking about FY at TI.
I think Baboka's really funny, but obviously I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, look at his name. He's just got that face afterwards.
He's got a little face. He spams faces in all chat sometimes. You know, I swear he's got like a little selection of faces he uses for whenever they're needed. I wish they just communicate through the chat wheels though, so we could understand them. That'd be very gentle.
It'd be very limited conversation though, wouldn't it? At the same time.
Well, you say that. It's all about interpretation.
I still reckon they picked up the wrong heroes. This is why they're doing it. I'm calling foul play here. Someone get Malini on the case.
Jesus.
Officer Malini, come back.
In.
It's
So mid lane is obviously favoured for the Conquer, right?
Yes.
So D-Stone should have a decent time. Top lane, we're going to have the Pugner and the Winter Wyvern.
You would assume.
You would assume, yeah.
I think
hesitant to jump to any conclusions.
I actually think it's more likely that the Pugner's going to be the one babysitting the Terrorblade in the bot lane. You know, this Decrep coming out just going to be annoying for the Mirana to deal with, for example.
Yeah.
And I think the Wyverns are more likely to be with the Earthshaker.
Oh, thanks. We can understand that. And a little musical note. See, that's just classic Vivoka all over, isn't it? And then yeah, in the bottom lane we're gonna have the Terrorblade and either the Pugner or the Earthshaker. But up at top, sorry, it's gonna be definitely XXS on the Wyvern versus probably the Mirana. Mugi on the Mirana.
I think they're more likely to put the Void in the top lane, but I'm not sure. I think they put the Mirana in the bot lane with the Titan.
They want to avoid the Wyvern versus the Void?
I think they just want to give the Void a better match. Like
there's a face.
The Void can't really pressure the Terrorblade in the same way that a Mirana Elder Titan can. So I think you just put the Void up in the top lane instead. Because it's really important that you shut this Terrorblade down. Don't give him a good start.
Yeah. Do you reckon Baboka has all of these faces on copy-paste, or do you reckon he just knows them all?
I reckon he's just got them in his head and like...
Yeah, you can just type them out really quickly, because you can make those things. If you hold down, I believe it's Alt-GR, and then type out a code on the numpad, then you can get up... Yeah, you can get literally any character by doing it.
Oh yeah, maybe he does do that then.
So maybe he's just like, holding on GR like, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1, and then just spams them out really quickly, and it can just produce faces on demand. That'd be a rare talent.
I still reckon they've picked up the wrong heroes.
I'm not too sure what...
I'm honest, I think this is what they're...
Is this Chinese, which D-Stones are saying?
Definitely Chinese, yeah.
Okay.
It means good luck, have fun, everybody.
Oh, cool. Thank you, resident translator. Alright, Asta. We're all back in, okay? I'm certain they haven't picked the wrong heroes. G is Z. We're ready to go.
Why would you not want to make this Shaker have a fast blink? I don't understand. Crazy.
I'm wondering. They also haven't bought items.
No, nobody's bought items yet, though.
Conker has.
Oh, the Dire side have, actually, yeah.
And all the Dire side have. So, you know. Maybe some confusion, maybe some disconnect. I don't know.
They did disconnect, though, didn't they? At the start of the game, so maybe they just had issues. Right, here we go. Come on.
Alrighty. Game 3! Finally on the way. Sorry, Game 4. Game 4! Finally on the way. No, Game 3, I was right the first. Counting is hard.
I like that this Pugner picks up an early Sage's mask as well, so that when you go to the side shop, you can just build up the Ring of Bassi really early on. Or you can just keep it for something else if you want.
Can you buy a Ring of Protection?
You can from the side shop,
shop?
correct. It's one of the only items that you can buy from the side shop.
Hey, the way it doesn't work in Spectator mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you definitely can.
Take your word for it.
Because when I play carry, I get really greedy and I'll just send all the items out in the courier, then buy the Ring of Protection from the side shop. But, make my Aquila. It's lovely.
Yep.
Don't Google Mo Farah carry though.
Definitely don't. Experience it firsthand.
Fenrir actually took Enchant Totem at level 1. Have you seen... XXS is playing position 5, by the way. I'm very sure
okay,
they...
This was a misclick. Then.
I'm very sure they picked
this
the wrong
was
hero.
100% a misclick. Oh no. Okay, I withdraw my support for Asta. Full newbie this game.
Yeah, so Fenrir is playing the position 4 Shaker, and Bobika's playing... offlane Pugner.
Interesting.
Fair enough.
Alrighty then, well, there's a bit of a battle for the rune down at bottom. Does look like it's going to be newbie. Grabbing up themselves 3 runes.
Yeah, that's going to be a really nice start for the Invoker, especially. Get some more regen out straight away before the enemy side can.
D-Stones chooses not to block. Invoker, meanwhile, blocking hard.
Oh my god, look at this. Maybe your Asta are all just really tilted. You know when they were talking about TI, maybe they meant they were trying to give examples of when heroes had been picked wrong and they played the game anyway.
No,
It's just
small amount tells me that's not the case.
This is nuts.
I mean, not blocking is fine though.
Yeah, the blocking's okay. Not blocking's okay. Makes it really difficult for Invoker to CS under tower. He's actually playing Exort Invoker, by the way. You were right.
Good.
So not going for this cross-Vex Invoker that I thought. Both mid laners struggling to last it under their tower.
Yeah, it's difficult, level 1. Now he's got a point in Tidebringer, it should be a bit easier.
Fakes out the torrent as well. That was really nice, just to make sure he could get the range group.
Very smart. Let's look at some side lanes. As up at top, Faith coming around the back of Bobika and Fenrir. Whilst Mugi just tries to farm under tower. Doing a bit more successfully than fellow mid laners. And down at bottom you got XXS on the Wyvern, playing the 5. And Stylar on his Terrorblade. Always on the carry.
Maybe they're auditioning for new team roles. It's like
Stop trying to theorize, okay? It was a misclick.
It's a trial game.
Or Astro just experimenting. Who knows? You know, we don't know. No way to find out. None of them talk English, so we can't even talk to any of them. Yeah, Wakesy's whooping pretty hard right now. 36 bonus damage. So it's going for the TP out. Will be successful.
Wakesy's bamboozled. He's going to be very confused about where the Wyvern's gone.
He's still looking for him. He's gone, mate. He's gone. Let it go. There's also Wyvern TPing back to base, though. Which is going to mean Sylar's alone for a while here.
Oh, well, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. The wave's pushing in at least anyway, so you won't really miss out on too much.
Yeah, Fenrir's taking the farm up at top, so should have a decent timing on his blink.
Oh, it's Bobika's support Pugner.
And
Fenrir's playing position 3 Shaker. Right, okay.
Yeah, because Fenrir and XXS swapped around. For reasons unknown to us, yeah, sleep, arrow, jumping forwards. Pugner, that's your first blood.
Classic combo.
Classic combo indeed. Through the years, Mirana and Bane, rocky relationship, but you know, they always came back to one another.
Fenrir is
Good friends do.
chasing here.
He can't get this kill.
Ooh.
No way. Called it.
Never in doubt.
Called it. Yep, yep. This is just the stone cold casting here.
Oh, he's gonna...
Wow. Okay.
Bobika just chased him down.
Yeah,
He's so
completely
quick.
missed that one.
So quick on this Pugner.
Jesus, Boca.
Why is he... He's got a point in Netherward instead of a point in Decrep at level 2. Okay, fair enough. Let him be him.
Yeah.
Let him do his thing. Yeah.
Fine. Well, mid has been pretty messy so far. It's been D-Stones basically just chunking away at SCCC, and SCCC trying to get some damage in where he can. Right now, there's an advantage to the Kunkka, but it's not a very clear-cut lane so far.
Yeah, I love how neither of them have a huge amount of CS either. Like, it's all very...
It's been under towers the whole time.
Yeah, and they're also just trading clicks, like right clicks with each other all the time instead as well.
Yeah, yeah.
He actually has to takes the point in X on the Kunkka just to get back to the base.
Yeah, always nice to do. Especially in very dynamic lanes or in lanes where you're constantly fighting all the time. Just great to, you know, pop back to the fountain, clear your head, you know, put your feet up. Then,
smell the fresh air.
Exactly, exactly. Take a sip from the fountain, refresh yourself and get back into lane. Feeling refreshed, renewed and rejuvenated. Sylar gets bashed, but he's going to be re. XSS though,
the stomp.
Stomped up. And Inflame really wants to come for this one. They get another bash out. XXS playing with fire, but it's actually just Inflame who's going to go down.
Why did Inflame not use Time Walk?
Saving it. And Wixie, he's going to get caught in the trees as well. Sylar gets a double kill. Bit goofy here in the bottom lane.
I'm so confused. He had it up, I'm 100% sure. I clicked on him.
Click, that's it then.
It's official.
It's official. In the book.
Look at the side
Arrow, they're going again, but Fenrir does manage to get out of the way. Now Boca turning around, the Fisher coming through on both of them. Faith in a lot of trouble here. He's going to go down. Can I get Mugi as well? Mugi leaps forwards, in fact, really wants to find Boca here. The stick comes out. There's the second leap. There's one more available from Mugi. And Fenrir, well, he jukes it out again, going for the Boca. Finally gets the kill. Mugi, leave the man alone. There you go. There's your bottle coming out. But there's the Fisher. It's enough. Fenrir gets the kill. So a win for Astra, I'd say, eventually.
I think if the Murano had bought the bottle at the start of that fight and picked up the bounty room with it after healing up a little bit, he might have been okay. But it's very much ifs and buts.
He was a bit busy.
It's, no excuses.
A little bit busy.
No excuses.
Meanwhile, bottom lane will go for a shrine on XSS and Sylar. Meanwhile, D-Stone's still hanging out in mid lane.
Yeah, Faith comes and drops a ward on the high ground for the rune vision.
Well, I said they were drawing in mid lane, but actually it's Kunkka with 14 denies, so... And now the boat comes out, but Faith is nearby, although XSS comes in as well, and will take... Oh, what a play! Taking the Nightmare off D-Stones so that he can then use the Tidebringer to finish the kill. Nicely done. Yeah, straight to the bottom with
I love the chat wheels as well. That makes it so much better.
Basically what that says.
Dude, he really wants that catapult, but it's going to get chased down.
Goodbye, my lover.
What?
This catapult just sails off into the distance.
Oh, top lane! Oh, they get an arrow onto Fenrir as well. There wasn't even a Nightmare set up that time. Just gets the random arrow.
Oh, and now bottom lane as well. God damn it.
Come on, Nomad. Step it up.
They get Sylar down at bottom. Well, things getting quiet after all that noise. As XSS, the lonely wyvern. No, never mind, getting chased out lane.
I'm surprised that this wyvern hasn't gone for a point in cold embrace against the Chrono. I thought, you know, a nice value point, stop him being able to get the damage off.
Maybe he thought he could get to 5 before Void gets to 6.
Maybe.
There's a lot of damage. He does this time use a time walk away, and that should save him.
And Vogue has to be so
Meanwhile, up at top, Mugi goes down.
Nice kill.
That's chased down by Fenrir and Bobaku. He didn't have any leap charges left after that kill, so... Yeah,
those leap charges are very long at level 1. 60 seconds for each one to respawn. It's recharge, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Invoke has to be so careful mid now. He has to be very wary of this, like you said before, the Kunkka power spike when you get to level 6 with the huge kill potential.
Torrent versus Meatball.
Oh, I love that he uses the glyph there when the Meatball comes up.
Yeah.
That's a power play from the Kunkka.
It really is, yeah. Like, what's up, kid? You want these last hits?
He really wants to dive this Invoker under tower.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
Shoving the Laven.
Is feeling very, very aggressive right now.
There's smoke coming bot lane. And Mugi's actually rotated all the way bot. They really want to fight around this Chrono. When they couldn't output the damage in the Chrono this game, but... You know,
last game, yeah. Well, Sleep is out onto the Terrorblade, but Inflame taking a lot of damage here. Sunstrike coming down onto the Terrorblade. Sylar, they're going to have to chrono him to make sure he can't pull off that Sunder, but Winter Wyvern did get level 5. Now the Echo Slam comes in, and Inflame goes down.
That's the value point in Cold Embrace that I was talking about. I'm so glad he took that at level 5.
Yep, he gets just about to level 5 and then can pull it off in that fight, which is absolutely huge for them.
Fantastic.
Definitely saved the Terrorblade's life and then allowed him to get off that Sunder.
The thing is as well, that's Chrono used and a rotation forced by the Mirana, so that's you've wasted so much of Newbie's time there. They didn't even get a kill.
You got the advantage. Yeah, they killed the Void. Did use Echo Slam for it, but that's fine. Echo Slam isn't a fantastic skill until you got the blink anyway.
Definitely worth it.
Meanwhile, Wakesy is just kind of following these two around in Invis.
You say not until he has Blink Dagger anyway, but he's actually 100 gold away.
Oh my god.
He's had a very good start to this game. He's actually second in net worth on Fenrir.
Wow. Colour me impressed, Fenrir. This guy knows how to farm. Is this just like years of watching other people farm? And then he finally gets into the position where he can hit some creeps. He's like, yes, let's go. He's going to get a very good timing on that blink. Meanwhile, D-Stones, okay, gets stunned up. Now slept. Sunstrike out.
Oh.
A lot of damage. Didn't they finish him off, though? He's getting low. The boat helping out as well.
This boat buff's just keeping him alive.
Madness.
Really well played by D-Stones. He's really difficult to gank. Like, they don't have a huge amount of damage on either of their supports on the Titan or the Bane at this point in the game. So, without the burst damage from one of the supports, it's can be difficult.
Oh, stun out onto Mugi. This is a blink reveal. Mugi does somehow get that leap off in between the hits. Fenrir continues chasing, though. But here comes Faith to put Earthshaker to sleep. Not perhaps the ideal blink reveal there, but still pretty good. Arrow to follow. Sunstrike as well. Winter Wyvern in trouble. Fenrir wants to just go for the Mirana, though. Will find this kill. Now moving on to Faith as well. Is running out of mana, though, so this kill might not be possible.
That was unbelievably greedy by Mugi there to try and get the last hit. He knows that the Shaker's lurking around, and he's already shown that he has the blink, so you have to know that's there.
Mugi just wants some money, baby. Mugi wants money.
Bopika on this Pugner as well they've done a really good job of, we talked about in the first game in this series, that they're distributing their resources really well. And again, like, Fenrir's got this blink, so he's just going to go make space on the Shaker now. And then Bopika's going to take over and farm a little bit, and he's caught back up into the game now. So, like, if you look at the difference between the position forward's net worth so far this game, there's a huge jump.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's, and fours are very much kind of the defining point of a lot of games these days. You know, the farm on the cores is pretty easy to get in this current meta. You know, all your cores can generally get a decent amount of items. It's a four position who can either sink or swim.
And putting so much emphasis on getting this mid-tier 1 as well.
Yep, once again, just jumping on this Evoker. Boat combo.
Really grip
onto Winter Wyvern here. And now they're going to drop a meatball on his head. And the arrow doesn't get the last hit. But
they actually time dilation up the Kunkka as well on the side. They might be able to chase him down here. Chrono is up if they need to use it.
Yep, there it goes. And again, Sunstrike comes down. These combos, these synergies we were talking about before, being pretty huge. And the heal from the high ground, but slept up by the Bane. And now D-Sense will be in trouble. And actually, Pugner could be in trouble as well, because he does not have any mana left. And yeah, there's more than enough damage coming out from this void. They take him down. Asta showing some cracks here.
Yeah, really nice team fight there by Newbie. They use the Chrono, they use the Fiend's Grip, they're the big reveals, and they have the Earth Splitter now available again, so they just need to go back to farming now, wait for the Chrono, use the big combo again. They get this.
Meanwhile, yeah, Silo's pushing top pretty hard. Does get slept up by Wakesy. Meanwhile, Face just going on a warding mission and caught out.
Doesn't have the mana for Sunder.
Sunstrike doesn't land. It's really tricky for Sylar, but there comes Winter's Curse. Gonna hold Sylar still with a Cold Embrace as well. Now the Sunder comes out onto the Faceless Void. Sylar's back up to full and does take down the Void. Earthsplitter will land onto Sylar, but who cares?
Yeah, you can't take fights on Newbie like this.
Now they're going through SCCC as well. Fenrir is in with that Blink Dagger. The Ice Wall is down though, so it's very hard for them to catch up to him. Meanwhile, Baboka coming in round the back with the Life Drain as well. Is it enough to bring down the other Titan? Yes, it just about is. Can't get away. XXS taking a ton of damage. Cold Embrace not going to save him. Now Mugi jumping away. There is, of course, this little Nether Ward here to help them out. Faith into the tree lines. He's just looking to make some space with his death. What can he do? He's trying to duck, weave, dodge. There comes the X Marks, though. An X Marks which may well seal its fate. Although, in comes a Void. No Chrono available, and Bane is going to go down all the same. Now Void jumping forwards. Wants to go for Bobka here. Gets Decrepified up. Meanwhile, Mugi just going to force back from this fight.
You can't take fights like this with Newbie if you don't have your spells up. It's really hard. It's as soon as you get initiated on there, I think you just have to cut your losses. Like, it's really nice that you're trying to get the Terrorblade, but with the Fenrir blowing up the Bane at the start of the fight. Yeah, like, Fenrir blew up Bane at the start of the fight, like you said, when he got caught off by himself. Committed the Echo, but as soon as you make it that numbers advantage and you've got the 5 versus 4, it's so much easier.
Yeah, and you know, the Chrono was down, so One hero down, no chrono. It was a fantastic time for Aston to fight, and I'm very, very surprised that Newbie tried to defend that tower. Did go badly for them. Now Void could be in trouble, but does have to time walk back a little bit early, perhaps on that X marks from the Kunkka. Sleep is out. They drop the chrono as well. They've got the Pugna. Sunstrike as well. Should be enough. No, it's not. Stun comes out. Mugi chasing forwards. They will finally get the kill with the Starstorm, though.
Yeah, that's nice. They use the Chronos. Again, going to have to wait for that before the next fight, but they can just carry on farming up. My worry is that this Terrorblade's not really getting pressured at all. He's kind of just free farming the jungle at this point.
Yeah, he's having a pretty nice time, you know, just popping Metamorphosis off cooldown, basically, and hitting a lot of creeps.
Just farming jungle with the Conjure Images as well.
Yeah, actually, generally I think he's been pushing lanes with the Metamorphosis as well, so he's been quite active on the map, not just in the jungle. Yeah, highest net worth, and probably only going to get higher. And this is why I really like this, you know, position 3 Shaker, because he's made so much space. They needed that hero which can make space for the Terrorblade and the Kunkka, because as we said, Kunkka hits a peak and then he disappears. Oh, never mind, Elder Titan in a lot of trouble here, gets nightmared up, but Wakes, he's dead all the same. Where's the Bane? He's in the trees, they ping him out, but he's gone.
Echo. Oh. I mean, Fenrir's been doing so much work on this Shaker this game. He's 4-1 and 6. He's having a great time. And with this really early blink, he's just been everywhere, just involved in every single fight.
And that's what they needed, and that's what the Pugna wouldn't have been able to do. That's what the Winter Wyvern as a whole wouldn't have been able to do. Now, comes out the Fiend's Grip onto the Pugna, but, you know, a little bit awkward. Now, in return, they use a Winter's Curse. You grip me, I curse you. And now they'll drop the Echo Slam as well, perfectly timed, and they're both going to hit the deck as to get to.
Yeah, they didn't even need the Echo damage to come out there. They just needed the control with the follow-up stun.
Yeah, the Aftershock.
And, yep. SCCC and the Bane. Faith, sorry, both just get completely blown up.
Yeah.
They have a sentry down. They see Mugi.
Yeah, this is very aggressive from Newbie as well. They've got 2 heroes dead, yet they're coming this far forward, trying to find or fight, or... Not too sure, but the tower's gone. D-Stones has it.
I mean, they don't even have chrono
Mugi.
at 30 seconds.
Spitter does actually miss the Pugna. These guys were kind of like trading hits across this kind of river area.
The ravine.
Oh, they get the X.
Oh, the X!
Onto Mugi, who's just used another leap charge. Does still have 2 available, though, so Mugi should be able to get out of this one. I like the way Asta just haven't really bothered with these twos and these
top lane as well.
They know there's no threat.
The Terrorblade? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Sylar and Void fighting it up, but no blood being spilt.
If they'd have had the chrono there, I think they would have got the kill, but was on cooldown for about another 5 seconds or so at the end. That's unfortunate.
Ouch. Meanwhile, they're looping around on this Void, but if Void needs to, he can just chrono and get away. Okay, so Bobican... I don't think they were planning on going for this gank, but they've just found it. What a kill. Now, you can see how Bobica was like, oh, Void's here, and then kind of took a second, they both kind of backed away from each other, and then Bobica was like, hold on. Oh, Fenrir was just like, dude, come on. Just blinked on his face, go.
The fact you can get that kill without committing Echo as well is crazy.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Invoker
Fenrir
is doing here. Gotta be honest. Dude, Fenrir is... What's he doing?
He's having such an insane game.
He's having an amazing game. He's carrying Asta right now.
The only thing I can think of why they've done this, by the way, is that XXS might not be confident in playing offlane Shaker, and where they really wanted to play it as an offlaner.
Right, yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. But because Fenrir's been playing it super well, so maybe they're just confident of giving him that farm priority when playing the Shaker.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know why they're doing it, but I'm happy they are, 'cause it's working.
It's going very well so far. But again, this Terrorblade's just been... They're making so much space for him. He's using his meta to farm, which I feel not enough people do. If you know you're not going to be doing anything for the next few minutes, then...
How do Newbie respond?
How do they respond? They need to use play around this chrono. It is up.
Yep.
They've got the chrono, they've got the splitter, so they do have damage. And there you go. They drop a smoke, but it was under a ward. So that's a bit of a disaster.
Well, you know, Fenrir in the trees, knows something's up. Yeah, there's no chance they find anybody here.
I think you just
say that.
I think you just circled the wrong ward, by the way. I'm sorry.
Oh, whoops. XSS did decide to give his life for the cause.
It happens.
What a guy, you know. They put all this effort, you know. All 4 of them got together. They went for a smoke, and Winter Wyvern just like, you should get something for that.
XSS put a sentry down on the high ground there, so he knows they have vision there. That'll get dewarded really soon.
Did I circle the right one this time?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, correct. Well done. I just wanted to, you know, I like pointing out your mistakes. It makes me feel great.
No problem. Chrono is up. They've got the Pugna. Earthspinner as well used, and then we'll get the kill onto Baboka.
When that Echo Stomp comes out at the same time as the Earthspinner, it does so much damage all at once.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, because Earthspinner is percentage-based damage, right?
Yeah, the max HP is, but it's split up into magical and physical damage. It's a little bit weird, Earth Splitter.
Okay.
So half of it comes from physical.
Why is that?
Ooh.
Anyway, XSS died, but, you know, that's... Faith in trouble as the boat comes through. These stones will find the kill.
That was a lie, by the way. It's the stomp that does the magical physical.
Oh, yeah.
I lied.
I knew that, I think.
Oh, no, it is half and half. I'm going crazy, Nomad.
No,
Save
I
me.
didn't know that.
It is half and half.
Where does it say that? Oh, half of the damage is magical and the other half is physical damage. Incredible. Incredible. The things you learn. The things you learn watching Dota 2. Well, Fenrir, now down in 3rd place. He has been top of the net worth for a while, but of course he hasn't really been farming. He's just been killing people, so... does tend to drop you off eventually, but it's the Terrorblade who's just been moving around the map, making these rotations, getting the farm, getting the items, getting the money, the cash money.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not building a BKB before the Manta. This is what this build we usually see, where they go Dragon Lance, Yasha, BKB, then back into like an SMY or a Manta, just for some HP, but he seems very confident that he's quite happy to just farm up here. He's not really worried about team fighting it anytime soon. So he just gets the Manta first instead.
Kunka's still a little bit behind, but he's doing fine. Just wants to get that BKB up.
They just smoked.
Coming forward.
I think Newbie are going to know this is coming, though. I'd be very surprised.
They should, yeah.
I like this smoke timing by Astra as well. You do it when you know there might be... Well, you think they're going to be contesting the bounty runes. So they walk up to the high ground there, but unfortunately nobody from Newbie was there.
Didn't want those bounty runes anyway, apparently. I'll be happy enough with bottom, and yeah, they know exactly what's going on, because they're just like all over bottom right now.
Yeah, good read of the map by Newbie. But this is going to mean that Sylar gets a free tier 2 up here in the top lane.
You know what's interesting is that Asta, they saw Newbie's smoke earlier, and they still lost a person to it. Meanwhile, Newbie didn't see Asta's smoke at all, and they managed to completely dodge it. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that says about anybody or anything, but just interesting.
Smarana's going to get a free bot tier 1 though in the meantime, so at least they do trade towers. That's something for Newbie.
Yeah, it's a small reward. But, you know, they really want to try and take like a tier 2 or something, and it's just not happening right now.
Thing is, with Astra taking the top tier 2 and this mid tier 2 as well, the access to the points to the Roche are getting really slim for Newbie here. So you really want to be getting this Aegis next on Astra, I would assume.
Yeah, just give Sylar the Aegis, and, you know, he's already pretty far ahead. I'm pretty sure he's just going to be a bit of a menace in these team fights already, so, yeah, just play around that.
Inflame actually did go for Mask of Madness on the Void this game, by the way. He's
good,
changing his builds up.
So he's got like a casual Blade of Alacrity, and now he's got a BKB queued up, so clearly he was working towards something else, and now realizes that, hold up, I need to get myself a BKB.
Yeah, I think he realised that it's really important that he's able to fight this game, because he can't go greedy with something like a Yasha build first. He needs to get to this good BKB timing, so builds on the Mask of Madness first. That's the kind of bridge.
Seen how much damage these the Earthshaker's doing, and the Kunkka as well, those combos. But Asta are attempting Roshan, and Newbie really showing no signs of life yet. They're like, we've talked a lot about Asta, about their heroes, about D-stones, etc. Let's talk a little bit. I know we talked about the Void, but I want to talk about the rest of Newbie. What are they doing? Like, Mugi's... I'm genuinely, like, they're kind of just farming up around the map. They went for a smoke gank earlier, and now they avoided a smoke gank. They give up the Roche. They've had the Chrono up for a while now.
I mean, the way their draft functions is that they have these 3 greedy core heroes, though. So, like, it gets to this mid-game, and how are they taking fights if they don't have a Chrono up? It's like, it's not like they
do have a Chrono up, though. They've had one up for ages.
Yeah, but again, you're like, it's so scary to fight into them still. Like, especially when they have this Aegis now.
But do you really want to leave a Terrorblade to farm?
True.
I don't know, honestly. I don't know if more cores equals better than the Terror, but I guess we're going to find out.
It all comes down to the teamfight potential with the Void versus the Shaker, I think. And so far, Fenrir has definitely been winning that trade on the Shaker.
No doubt.
He's been everywhere.
Definitely has been. And yeah, Terrorblade is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Currently sitting on 11.7k. Meanwhile, the poor Morana, next one down, is 9.4. So a large difference there. What does the Morana have? I mean, she's got a full BKB, which will come out on the courier. This is suggesting that Newbie wants to fight.
The thing is, if they don't get good BKB timings here, then the fights are so difficult for them.
Oh, this has got to be tempting. Yeah, he's just going to go for it. Fenrir jumping straight away onto the Invoker, but the arrow comes through. Going to ruin Fenrir's gank. And, well, goodbye, sir. Triple C. Wants to go for the kill himself. Just goes to the star points and TPs himself out of here.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. Like that play.
Cool guys TP away from explosion.
And that's the Echo Slam down. I love how we just big up Fenrir there, saying he's winning the trade, and then he just, unfortunately, that's the first time this game I feel like where something hasn't really gone his way.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate, but, you know, it happens. He tried to go for the solo kill. Solo kills are always risky in Dota. They're always the riskiest thing you can do. Like, you can never be certain of a solo kill.
There were so many creeps there, though. He felt really confident.
He did.
Pugner blasts away the bottom tower. Sylar gets the last hit, though. Oh, top.
Faith is just annihilated. I take he was trying to get a ward down or something.
He's just stuck around too long, unfortunately, there. That was all.
Faith does die a lot, but it's okay.
I have a feeling he might have been X'd, but...
Yeah. And most of the time he's just trying to get some vision down or get a sentry or spot someone out or something, do a bit of scouting. Sometimes it doesn't go his way, but I think the risk reward is highly worth it for Faith. He knows what he's doing.
I think the thing is with Newbie though, they're going to hit this really powerful spike this game where they get their triple BKBs up pretty much at all the same time. So like Mirana has hers, Invoker's really close to his, about 800 gold away, and Void's about 1,000 gold away as well. So it's looking good for Newbie.
Up, Chronosphere out onto D-Stones. In comes the Earthspear as well. Sunstrike down. D-Stones is dead. They make it look easy.
Really nice.
Their draft, it is pretty easy actually, but meanwhile, Faith gets brought down again, so just respawns, TP's bottom, and then Silas is like, yeah, I'm still here, bye. So what's planned for Asta?
They still have this Aegis, so they can still pressure. They've used this meta, but problem is without any outer towers now, what's their game plan for the next few minutes? Feels like they're going to have to choke them out again rather than try and push for objectives. This whole choking out thing is something we've mentioned so much recently across all the series so far, these qualifiers.
Yep, the Chinese chokehold.
Mugi.
Oh, and with the Echo, Mugi straight away, the Mirana is dead. Asta not hesitating to drop everything for these kills.
Yeah, Asta have 3 observer wards up in this top side of the map. It's really difficult for Newbie to deal with. They need to try and de-ward this entrances to their jungles there if they can. Because at the moment, Asta are punishing them really hard for the vision that they have.
Yeah, every time you see it on a ward, Asta know they can take these kills right now. Invoker has a BKB and an Aghanims. Mugi just got his BKB before he died. Actually used it, I'm not sure when. When did Mirana use the BKB?
Not sure. Good question.
Thanks. And the Void has his own BKB now as well, so they've all got BKBs. All the cores on Newbie have BKBs for this Pugner, I suppose.
Yeah, and the Shaker as well, the Kunker, it's really nice against. Yeah, even the Wyvern, if you're BKB'd, as long as you're not the one that's cursed, you're not going to get affected. So.
Yeah.
It's a nice timing. It means that they shouldn't be afraid to take fights, especially when the Aegis is down. That's the important thing. He actually didn't go for the BKB next on Terrorblade either. He went for a Skadi instead, so really like full in stats rather than having the magic immunity.
Just stats plattering it up. Get them all on your plate. Just go to the buffet and take every single stat you can get.
This Skadi makes his illusion so much more tankier than a BKB would as well.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. Well, Aegis does run out on Sylar. Not used, but I think that's kind of a good thing for him.
I mean, they've gained so much momentum in this game during that Aegis timing, so...
Exactly.
Not the end of the world.
Newbie did not want to fight that Aegis. Not at all. So we might see some action now. Maybe Newbie will get the courage to come out of their base and try and make some plays. We're at with net worth. It's been a pretty slow and steady increase for Asta until now, where they're at 6k. And Dota Plus says win probability is 75% for Team Asta, so...
Ooh, it's pretty high.
Yeah, pretty high.
They do have this Terrorblade, which is, who's massive at this point. Problem is the Shaker's just falling off a little bit here, and so is the Kunker. So, coming to this late game scenario, this Dire have these 3 cores that are all farmed. They're going to farm well. They've got their BKBs, so...
Void, spotted out. Goes to the Chrono, misses everybody. Now these stones just turns it around. The BKB from the Void is going to help him get away via that Chrono. Now the Winter's Curse comes out onto Mugi. Bane forced into attacking his teammate, and now comes the Echo Slam, perfectly timed again. Take them both down, Asta get 2.
If you ever want to see a
Okay.
video clip to compare bad spell usage to good spell usage, yeah, that's probably probably one they could go for. That was,
Savage.
I mean, Inflame tried to do the chrono completely blind, and sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. But Sylar just feeling so confident now with this Skadi, with the Metamorphosis, up onto the high ground. Let's go.
Oh, good Fisher by the Earthshaker.
That's violent.
They get the
And
torrent.
now they torrent the Void. Inflame. This is bad. This is really bad.
He has to jump away at least.
Jump away. Time Walk saves him. XXS just about misses with the Sunstrike. Very close though. As As to get to work on these barracks here.
Metamorphosis has to run out now though, so I think they need to be careful here.
Yep.
And Morano's back up again. They want to commit hard for this.
What's the plan, newbie? You gotta do something. You're running out of barracks. Arrow does miss. BKB pop from the Void. What's the plan? And now he goes in, but the Thunder is out. These stones.
They're committing so
back
hard.
Up. They're surrounding D-Stones. D-Stones does get the barracks. Will go down, but with a smile on his face, he's taken down those melee racks.
D-Stones just about picks it up.
Yeah. Last hit and then dies.
I think D-Stones had a gem though, which he's just lost. So that's going to be picked up by the Elder Titan. That's a big net worth swing. Yeah, it was Bobika's gem. So
Well, that is just rude.
You know, they should be happy about that then. Yeah, they lose a melee racks, but at least they get a gem back out of it because D-Stones is going crazy trying to kill the melee racks.
I mean, I think it's worth it, but yeah, less than ideal for him to lose a gem.
It depends, because if they've just picked up that gem could mean more than the melee racks, because we've talked about how important, you know, having the vision for these fights is.
Yeah.
To be able to get your spells off. That Void Chrono, for example, was...
Yeah, could have been much better if there was some sight.
Fenrir going for the BKB now as well. It's almost there.
This one farmed Earthshaker.
Yeah, when they get the BKBs on the Radiant side, they're going to be in the driving seat by a big margin then. This
Surprises me because Newbie went and bought all these BKBs, and you expect a team when they buy all the BKBs to just fight. You know, it's kind of like buying boxing gloves. You know, well, if you buy boxing gloves, you're going to go and beat someone up afterwards, whether legally or illegally.
If they'd have hit any kind of chrono there, the fight would have been so much better for them. The fact that they didn't hit anybody at all is
very awkward.
Very unfortunate, yeah. Because they are very reliant on hitting a good chrono to be able to get their damage off. Like, they've got this Invoker who's just about to hit Cataclysm, you know, they've got the Earth Splitter as well.
Ooh, we're nearly at the Cataclysm. This is a changing point. This is the biggest timing in the game for me.
You were very excited about it before, weren't you?
I was. I can't hide it. I just want to see, like, chrono onto 3, and then the Echo Stomp onto 2, and then the Cataclysm just comes down on everyone.
It's the dream scenario, isn't it, really?
It is, yeah.
D-Stone's just running into the jungle there, just trying to get some vision up. That's interesting. Roche is back up now, though. So Salah heads back into the pit, charging in.
Yep. Sunstrike will be absorbed by Fenrir.
Yes,
And now the pings come out. They're making their way over. They know that they can't get this carried away. Trying to do Roche when the enemy team know about it, very risky. There's a ward on either side from either team as well, which is kind of cute.
This is a really good smoke here by Asta, though. They want to have some kind of like wrap around here. Get the pick off first. I think they need to as long as they follow the high ground here, they'll be fine.
Oh, but the Moonlight Shadow is used in response.
Where's the detection?
Henry gets shown, but he's got no detection. Ping is coming out. Very tense. And
Where's the
Punker just
detection?
coming forwards. They don't have the sight. Now the BKB pop from D-Stones. Void waiting in the trees. They're actually going to find him. XXS flies over him.
Have they got the damage to kill him off there?
Comes out, Baboka. It's very, very kind of tiptoeing around one another here. No one wants to initiate.
Well, the thing is,
Well, Asta couldn't initiate because they didn't have sight. So.
this Terrorblade had an Arcane Rune as well for the Metamorphosis, so although it's kind of like a little bit wasted here, it doesn't really matter that much. Because of the Arcane Rune, it's such a lower cooldown. I think it reduces it by about 50 seconds or something.
Wow, that's efficient. Well, Kunker does X-Mark himself out, so doesn't get arrowed.
They're really trying to chase here.
Coming forward. Now they drop the Echo. They're going onto the Elder Titan. They're going to bring him down pretty quickly there, just chunked away. Now Faith, he's going to get slowed down by a Scaddy, and that's it for him, really. He can see himself, but down he goes.
A nice little stick to try and keep himself alive there at the end. Maybe the Terrorblade might have turned around. But... Oh, the X.
Oh, they catch the Marana now as well. 1 by 1, Newbie will fall. And this Roshan is looking very, very tasty for Asta.
Yeah, Moogie held onto his leap for slightly too long there. Allowed the X to come out just before. So just bring him back. Nice Fisher by Fenrir as well to make sure the ship hits.
But we do have Cataclysm now.
We do.
Just saying.
But they really need a good Chrono to enable the rest of their team here. So much of this game is on in flame for Newbie.
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure to be under. Buyback from Marana. Okay. Terrorblade getting stunned. There's a Cataclysm as well. 160 HP. Come here, Mr. Earthshaker. And
Chrono.
Void comes in. But there's a cold embrace from XXS from the sidelines. Fenrir getting low, popping that BKB, but in flames, it's turning around onto him. Now they're just going to chase him down, and the Void is going to fall. D-Stones gets that kill. Tries to go in and just make a play. Stop Roshan. Oh, Moogie, no. Moogie, no.
Moogie.
Going to help him out. 4 staff away as well. He's going to be okay.
Bot lane's pushing in as well. They're starting to lose HP on their tier 4s.
CC gets back to deal with this. As Asta turn their attentions back towards Roshan. Sorry, my dear, we are rudely interrupted now. Where were we?
When you use the reflection on the TV this game, you get the natural order from the Elder Titan as well, which doesn't sound like a huge amount, but it's a big deal. Like, if you get the natural order, you get some follow-up magic damage from like the Pugna or something. It's any kind of damage amp in Dota is such a nice thing to have.
Yep, damage amp, damage mitigation, probably the 2 very, very strong concepts of Dota, which people recently are valuing much more than before.
Arrow.
Yep, Arrow will follow up. And now the tornado, but the save from Sylar. Don't worry, my friend, I'm here. The Sylar jumps in and finishes off Faith.
Oh, he's 1 HP!
What?
After the EMP. Oh, he just eats the cheese. This is go time.
Lovely little cheese.
They've got meta up again. They know Chrono's not on cooldown for another 30 seconds or so.
So close to losing his Aegis, but doesn't even lose that. Sylar, he's a real team player. Helps his friend out. And now they can head down mid.
Oh boy.
Newbie feeling the pressure right now. Starts a Cataclysm though.
Oh. Nice arrow tank there. Oh, the illusion.
Let's throw the illusion into it, why not? Tier 3 is down. Sylar, he wants the barracks. You know what he wants. There's a tornado. EMP to go as well. Gonna
oh!
It.
He just echoed nothing. I think his blink got cancelled by the Void.
Sylar fighting it up, just destroys Void anyway though. BKB used by the Sylar. And now coming forwards, and they can just take out Faith as well. New B. They do not have the answers right now. It is a buyback from the Void, but he just chronoed nothing.
Yeah, look at this Pugna healing machine in the backlines as well. Just keeping the Terrorblade alive. This is the 18k net worth up now, 2 lanes of racks down.
Newbie's dreams of getting to Germany very much starting to fade right now as Sylar on the front lines. His Terrorblade is too much. D-Stones will go down. Asta, they're gonna back out yet? No.
They still have the Aegis. They know Chrono isn't up.
Yeah.
What are they scared of?
Not much apparently. Not much. Sylar even dodges the sleep. I could have seen like some kind of arrow misses as well. And there goes your final barracks. It's Mega Creeps. How can they defend against Mega Creeps? I'm not sure they can. Void now just getting beaten up. Sylar takes another coming forwards, getting healed up. He's got an Aegis anyway, but Boca does get killed. Look at the other Titan on the back lines though, just beating up supports. Alright, Terrorblade is alone. XSS still hanging around a bit. And oh no, Fenrir up onto the high ground. Problems. Sylar just chasing heroes down. Faith. There goes
disarm.
Deafening Blast, yep. Holding him back. One man versus them all as Baboka comes in as well. Faith getting eaten up. He's going to go down. SCCC trying to get back to his fountain. Will be successful. Sylar almost tempted to go up those steps into the fountain, but decided to go back. Yeah, that's a cold embrace coming out for Baboka. Baboka trying to get away low on HP. Baboka. He's going to go for the heal.
Oh my god, he's playing so hard with them right now.
Just baiting them all out.
That's a dieback from Faith as well. The throne's getting attacked.
The game is over. The series is over. The tournament is just going to begin for Team Asta.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see these guys at Hamburg. They've been crushing the Chinese qualifiers at the moment. You know,
time and time again.
Only LGD's really been able to stand up to them so far, and they carry on their dominance. Let's see what they can do against the other regions.
Absolutely, but what a performance from them. You know, Fenrir and XXS swapping over.
Yeah, who knows? We'll never know if it was on purpose or by accident, but I like to think in my heart now, after how Fenrir played the Earthshaker, that it was on purpose, because he was insane this game. The early blink just allowed him to go snowball from kill to kill to kill, involved in so much action in the early game. It was the space made for the TB was crazy that game. Oh.
Really was, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say Sylar had the game of his life, because he didn't really actually have to do a whole lot. He just farmed up, and then kind of turned up to the team like, hello, I'm huge now. What are you going to do about us, Newbie? And Newbie did not have the answers.
The thing I would say about this Team Aston lineup is that it feels like whenever one of them has a bad game, which is obviously very rare, but they can all kind of cover each other, and so they can always rely on each of them individually to know that when they have to carry the game, they can, because they're all very good players. And yeah, Fenrir this game especially just steps up.
Yeah. Fenrir comes in clutch and carries them through the early and mid game, and you know, even did very well in the late game as well. But yeah, all eyes on Team Asta as they head to ESL Hamburg, and congratulations to them. Commiserations to Newbie. They had a great run in the tournament. They took down Serenity and made it all the way through to the finals, but unfortunately could not pull it out of the bag versus Team Asta, so they will not be heading to Hamburg. But that's it from us. That's the end of the Chinese coverage, yeah, from here in the Joy and Dota studios. Thank you very much for joining us on our journey, but we will now be saying goodbye. And, yeah, thanks again for watching.
ESL 1 Hamburg is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, Vodafone, DHL, Alienware, Logitech G, and Pay Safecard.
I do. I want to get in there.
Wow.
Are you dead?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Never, dude.
Dude, look at that macro pyre, dude. Oh my god.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.